Hello and welcome to VisionSwim. This is a summary of week 3 of our 16-week challenge. For our warm-ups, we are doing the same warm-up we've done for the last 2 weeks, which is a 1,000 build broken up as so. We have a 300 where we focus on building up the streamline. On the first 25, we have 6 dolphin kicks underwater, then 7 dolphin kicks on the water on the second 25, then third, and then 9 dolphin kicks underwater on the fourth 25, and we repeat that for each set of 4 25s throughout that 300. After your underwater streamlines, we have 6 strokes in the breakout. These are the strongest, fastest strokes and kicks you can start your swim with without breathing. After the breakout, slow down that pace and focus on your technique and your DPS for the rest of that 25. DPS being your distance per stroke. And then we have 2 200s negative split, where we make sure the second half of your swim is faster than the first half. On the first half, you're doing 8 dolphin kicks underwater, followed by 6 strokes in your breakout. And then just like the 300, slow down your pace to focus on your technique and DPS for the rest of those 25s. And then on the second 100, it is 6 dolphin kicks underwater, followed by 6 strokes in your breakout. However, this time, do not slow your speed down after the breakout. Find a good breathing pattern and keep that speed going. This will ensure that you have a negative split on both of those 200s. And then we finish off with 3 100s build. We are building each 100. On the first 100, we have 8 dolphin kicks underwater, followed by 6 strokes in the breakout, going at about 80% of your top speed. On the second 100, we have 7 dolphin kicks underwater, followed by 6 strokes in your breakout, going at about 90% of your top speed. And then on that last 100, we have 6 dolphin kicks underwater, followed by 6 strokes in your breakout, going at 100% of your top speed or faster. For our kick set, we are continuing with the goal of swimming our 200s kick on the 145 and trying to build that up to around 5 100s at that time base. This also applies to our strokes. We want to be able to hold that base for 100s for all of our strokes, fly, back, breast, and free. This week, we are doing a lot more stroke work with the kick sets. So about 50%, if not more, of our kick sets will involve the strokes, and we'll be focusing on the strokes of that day. For our streamline sets, we are going to do the 2 power sets that we introduced last week, the 200 dolphin kick on your back, 200 dolphin kick, 50 on your back, and a 50 on your stomach, and then repeat that again to fill up that 200. And this time, we're going to follow that up with 8 25s of resistance kick. And I recommend doing tubes for these, but you can do drag socks, parachutes, buckets, whatever resistance you have in your bag. We're doing that one twice a week, and we are also adding in tempo trainer sets. So we'll be doing our tempos of 1 second down to 0.8 seconds with 2 kicks per second on those tempos for any dolphin kick. So whether it's on the top of the water or underwater, on your back, on your stomach, or at your side, we are still hitting that same tempo, 2 per second down to 2 per 0.8 seconds. For our challenge set this week, we are moving on to 3 100s work, followed by a 50 recovery. And this time, our bases are going to be descending bases most of the time. So we have 2 ways of doing this, where we start off within 1 round of those 3 100s, the first 100 being on the 140, the second 100 being on the 135, and then the third 100 being on the 130, or we will descend by rounds. So the first 3 100s of that first round will be on the 140, followed by the 50 recovery. And then on the next round, they'll all be on the 135, 50 recovery on the 135. And then on the next round, the last round, they'll all be on the 130, and then 50 recovery on the 130. The time base for the recovery in these cases will be the same time base you had on that last 100. For the set of the 3 100s plus the 50 recovery, we are doing 3 rounds of these. The 50 in this case is going to count as a 100 to fill up the 12 100s. And we are still trying to bring that time base down. However, I understand that trying to hit your goal time of 100 best time plus 10 seconds is a little tough as we start adding these up, which is why we're doing descending sets instead of just descending day by day. So instead of doing one day 130, then the next day 125, next day 120, we're just going to try to keep the descending within one set or within that round itself. And then we finish off Friday with 12 100s, again on the 145. So we're keeping that time base nice and easy. However, this is last week that we're going to be on this time base of the 145. Next week, we're dropping it down to the 140. So again, these are 100s where we are building up the underwater dolphins. So 6 underwaters, 7 underwaters, 8 underwaters, 9 underwaters by 25, and swimming that 100 at your best 100 freestyle time plus 10 seconds. And let's not forget the 6 strokes and breakout after every streamline. And then moving on to our stroke set this week, on Tuesday and Thursday, we are going to have completion sets. So we have different ways of doing completions. Completion can be group completion. So we are not done until everyone in the group completes the set at their goal time. We can do individual completions where as soon as you are done, or that one swimmer is done with their completion, they are done with the set. In this case, if it is the last set of practice, then they are done with practice. Put them on a cool down and then hop them out the water. We also have completion sets where we have to complete a certain amount in total, or they have to complete that total amount in one go. So for instance, if it's a completion set of 550s, it could be they have to complete 550s in total, no matter how many it takes. So maybe they do 2, they fail on the 3rd, and then they make the next 3, good to go, they're done. Or it can be all in a row. So they have to complete 5 in a row, and if they miss that 3rd one, then they reset, they start all over. It all depends on how much time you have in practice. Again, the completion sets are going to be on Tuesday and Thursday, and also on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, we will be doing tempo trainer sets. So we'll focus on the tempo trainers. Do not forget to bring your tempo trainers to practice this week, fins for some of these kick sets, and as well as your resistance gear. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow where we start off the breakdown of each day.